Yes, this
We
is
could
Amalite,
go.
guys. What's up? We are live. We are live, gentlemen.
All right.
Hello, hello. So, we have the founders and the creators of Sensory Sumo. Everybody. I'm probably gonna keep repeating that for 5 seconds because they're still coming in, right? So,
All right.
um, yeah. In front of me here is Elmer Mendoza and Lawrence. How do you say your last name, brother?
Buat. Buat.
Buat. Is that Filipino?
That is Filipino. One of the few last Filipino names from Cebu.
How do you spell that?
Buot.
So Buot. So Lawrence Buot. Okay, so now I have Lawrence Buot and Elmer Mendoza. How you gentlemen doing?
Filipino names from Cebu.
Hi guys.
Hello. So
Nice evening.
nice, nice. So yeah, we are here. We're probably gonna wait for just a couple more viewers. Hey, there's Jewel. Hi, Jewel. Welcome, welcome to stream.
You're welcome.
Yep, yep. Um, my nose is gonna bleed here because I'm gonna have to be I'm gonna try to speak English here for Mr. Lawrence Buot. Um, and then
You
Elmer
can
Elmer.
okay,
Huh?
I can understand it. Just
Okay.
can't yeah, yeah.
¿Tú me entiendes? Tagalog?
No habla español.
Oh,
I could
oh,
I can
okay.
speak Tagalog, kaunti lang po.
Oh, okay, okay, poquito.
I
Okay,
think
so
what he meant is like he can understand Tagalog, but he can't speak it
ah,
language.
I was joking, so I
Yeah,
finally
no, he was trying to speak Spanish to me. So like
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was joking.
you got a
So
joker over.
so let's start with Elmer Mendoza. Introduce yourself, sir. Tell us what Century Sumo is all about. Then we'll go with Lawrence. Talk to us.
I guess I just want to introduce myself. My name is Elmer Mendoza. I'm one of the sensory sumo parent advocate. I actually have a special kid's son, and Angelo Amalite is one of a good friend of mine, and I'm part of sensory sumo community. And if in terms of what is sensory sumo, I would like to hand on the stage to our CEO and the founder of sensory sumo, Mr. Lawrence Bua,
All
and maybe
right.
he can
How
what
do
is
you spell
sensory
your
sumo.
Lawrence, sir? Is Lauraw?
LAWRENCE. Yeah.
Buat.
Yeah. All right. Yep, you got it. Yeah. So hi, my name's Lawrence. I'm an occupational therapist, and I primarily work with kids with special needs, cerebral palsy, and different disabilities. And Elmer's a good friend of mine, and his son has autism. And about 2, 3 years ago, we were trying to solve this problem where there's this difficulty, like being able to understand and figure out services for children and family members that have, you know, kids with autism, and we wanted to solve that solution, and that's how we came up with Sensory Sumo. So we were hoping to create this online platform where we could provide those services to families and to kids that have autism, and we could provide them with tools to be able to help their families, help them and live a full and meaningful life. So hopefully in the future we could create more collaboration between occupational therapists, pediatricians, speech therapists, behavior analysts, and create this community where just there would be knowledge and information that would be shared in the community. And since like for us, the Philippines like really is a target
So
for us because a lot of our families are from the Philippines, and autism awareness isn't a big thing there. I know it's developing, but it's not as big yet, or it's not as widely known yet. So we wanted to kind of hit that community, and we have Angelo here who already has a group, and we that's why we wanted to uh, kind of create this autism awareness contest so that we could kind of start creating a niche within the communities that we're already a part of. So that's pretty much a longer-winded explanation of who we are, but we're here to serve the families and kids that have developmental delays and autism, and we're just starting, so we're excited to partner with the Hagda, and thank you so much for having us here.
All right. Hey guys, everyone who's viewing right now, even though we cannot be able to hear it here, I want you guys to give them a round of applause, man. To Sensory Sumo, man. It's to help the communities to spread the awareness of autism. When I looked this up, actually, anyone can answer. Kuya Elmer or Lawrence can answer this question. I have some
Mhm.
questions about this, because when I looked it up, I was starting to feel like maybe I have autism. I'm not trying to make fun of it or being sarcastic about it, because
Right.
one of the things here is that supposedly your 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 brain, or how you think, or how the person
Mhm.
thinks, is like half the age of what it is. For example, if I am 40 years old, I think like a 20 years old, because that fits
Mhm.
me, right? So I'm not trying to be funny here,
Right, right,
because,
right.
and also when I looked this up, autism is something that is not solved. It's just, this is why there's awareness about it. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, like, fill us in here. Fill us in. What is autism?
Right. And it's great that Elmer and I are here because I come from like a more professional standpoint, working with families and kids that have autism. And Elmer comes from a standpoint from a parent. So it's really a unique perspective. I'm actually going to hand the mic to Elmer first, and then I'm going to answer and refine that. So Elmer, if you'd be so kind to go ahead and explain your experience on autism and how that has shaped your life.
Yeah. Well, in my experience, in my own personal life, autism is something new for me and also for our family. We discovered my son to have this kind of condition when he was turning 3 years old. When we noticed that there's like developmental delays, like delays in speech and cognitive um, aspects of learning. So it is something new because we grew up in the Philippines, we moved to the US, and then we found out autism. And in my own personal experience, autism is something they consider a disability, but also at the same time, it could be a uniqueness way of how you are. Because my son is not, he has, in some sort, he has some disability or disadvantages comparing to a normal kid, and yet he has other strengths that
Mhm.
not other kids has. In for so many years that I've been researching and listening from a lot of professionals, they call it autism spectrum. There's like a high functioning and a low functioning, and there's like different. It depends on where you are. I could maybe have a diagnosis of undiagnosed autism because I have something like some ways to do things not like the same as the other normal kids, but it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. There are like types of kids like my son who has have really a severely development delays that really need support and like full support and assistance so that in order for him to catch up or cope up with the gap of in terms of skills and learnings from a normal kid. Autism is a wide range thing. There's no such thing as a definite answer where you can classify one person or one kid on that spectrum. I think the only way for us to be more supportive as a community is for us to be aware that there is a condition existing, and there are ways and techniques that these professionals like Lawrence and the like that we could utilize to help support the families and especially most likely to support the kid that we have. And this is what the contest is all about. We want to spread that out that this commute people like my son is existing. They're not something to be scared of, or it's not something to be mad of, but they are the people that needs to be accepted and welcome so that we could support them and take care of them. And I hope that in the Philippines, the way we see things in terms of what autism is or the stigma that is like there will gonna be removed, and we will gonna remove the veil to see it in a different way, in a better perspective, so that we could really help families that's struggling and families that really being challenged by this um, condition of what we call autism.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
I hope I was able to explain it well, but that's my experience as a parent. I hope you get something out of it.
Of course. Of course. Can you have autism and not know it?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of people with undiagnosed autism. It's a spectrum, like what Elmer was saying. There's people that have high functioning. Elon Musk is one of those. Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos probably has. They're the examples of
Einstein.
high functioning
Albert
autistic, and
Einstein. Okay.
Einstein, all those individuals. And then there's low functioning. Elmer was mentioning like you need like assistance on just like daily tasks, like being able to brush your teeth or being able to use the bathroom. So it's a big spectrum. But yeah, to answer your question, yeah, it's a spectrum, and like it's really hard to be able to kind of pinpoint on how to help individuals with different disabilities. Like you mentioned someone that's 40 thinking like a 20-year-old. That's another like thing. Like you could have autism, but you could also have a developmental delay, which is a cognitive development in your brain. And it's different because some people with autism, like lights bother them, loud noises bother them, and they melt down because their brain's not able to process all this information. Like for us, we were having a conversation, and we could see each other and we could listen to the information, and it's totally fine. But for some individuals with autism, it's too much. Their brain's not able to handle that, and they need to be in a different environment. And that's why I think it's amazing that we're doing this autism awareness through this rap community, because rap's always been known to push the folds of culture and society. And there's whenever there's like a progressive agenda and trying to spread awareness, rap, the roots of rap are in that. So that's why we wanted to kind of reach out to you, like, hey, we want to create a space for individuals in the spectrum to feel like they're like appreciated and loved, and rap could create that space for them. And so we're really happy to have partnered with the Hagda. So thank you so much, Kuya Angela, for allowing us this opportunity. It's amazing.
No, thank you. No, I actually, it. This was just one time. Kuya Elmer was like, "Hey," and me, it was like this little seed. Elmer, because Kuya Elmer and I we're good friends. He's like sort of like my mentor from far away, right? So we had a chance to talk, and then when he got the idea, and I'm like, oh, I have this idea. Okay, why don't we? Oh, boom, right? Um, but yeah, no, thank you guys. I really learned something. Actually, got me curious about it. I actually found it interesting. Like when I opened up a while ago, mentioning those two things, that it's not solved. We are aware that it's there, but it's there's so many spectrum. There's still people are still trying to figure out what this is, and slowly by surely we'll get there. There's one thing we know for sure, like you're talking about the lights and whatnot.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, but then again, there's this like famous people like Einstein and Jeff Bezos. So it's like whoa. So
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
no,
actually, I have a pretty cool story. One of my students at the school that I work at, he was nonverbal. He was about 12. He was nonverbal. He won't talk to people. He won't make eye contact. And then one of my responsibilities was to help him feel comfortable in his own body. So instead of being in a classroom filled with 30 kids, we would just put him in a space just by himself or with two or three people tops. And he was able to operate in that space. And in the school, there was a music room. And I was like, okay, so I was his occupational therapist. I was like, you know what? Music is really cool and it opens a lot of pathways in our brain. So I brought him to the music room, and then he just started playing the drums and then started playing the piano. And then this kid just starts playing the piano, like he was playing a John Legend song. And then he started singing, and we had no idea that he even talked, because he never talked. His parents didn't even know he could talk, and he was just singing. Uh, he was singing a John Legend song, and then at that point, I started crying, and then I called all the other staff. Uh, and then all of them saw it and then told his parents, like, hey, he was able, because we understood, we were aware that he had differences, and that's okay. I mean, gave him the space to be able to operate and be the person that he is. And when he felt comfortable and he felt safe, he was able to play that music. And now he's singing and performing for schools and different events. And it's just an amazing story, and just being there and being aware, because a lot of the times there's a lot of people out there that just need that safe space in order to be successful. So just have someone there. So I think that's one of my favorite stories, being an occupational therapist and working with these kids and with special needs. So yeah.
And, and then with that story, imagine if the whole community, the whole nation, a whole group of people, just gonna be like a little bit more patient and being open minded. That there are things like that there's a possibility that they could be something more productive when we are more open minded to that kind
Hmm.
of approach. Because I grew up in the Philippines, and I know that when I was growing up in the Philippines, when we still I know there are some kids like my son, there used to be when I was young, and we thought that there's the initial reaction is there's something wrong with this kid. Like, are they like cuckoo or something? Or, the stigma is there, or like, because nobody knows that what is autism is all about. What is special needs is all about. It's something that needs to be, what do you call it? Discussed in the community, so that we could really serve this group of people. And unfortunately, it's the reality that sometimes we tend to ignore this group. That's why we want this contest. We want this awareness to be brought out,
Mm.
especially in the Philippines, so that we could raise up a new kind of generation, especially like right now, that the next time they see a kid, the next time they see an adult, the next time they see a family that has the same situations like me, instead of ridiculing or getting mad of it, they can develop a compassion heart, and they could have an open mind on to understand things beyond what they see, beyond to what they see. And that's my heart with this, with the contest. Like, I hope that this contest will shed a little light to people, like, especially for the rap community that makes music, because you guys could influence a lot of people in the future. And if
Wow.
you have something there that we planted, that could be a start of a different change, or the start of a change of the culture that we have on the third world country. Because in
Yes.
the US, we already know, like, there's a lot of studies that been discussed. There's a lot of resources available with the families, but unfortunately, in the third world country, we have limited resources, and people are not really aware.
Wow. Okay. Yep. Yep. Definitely no. We'll do that. Actually, I'm gonna run it. Whoever's the winner of the sensory sumo, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a placard, and we're gonna blast it. I'm actually gonna do some boosting myself to spread it. Spread
Mm.
sensory sumo, of course. All your websites will be on that form, and it'll be just pinned to top, for entire April, just for you gentlemen, because
Thank you.
Oh, thank
what you
you.
guys do is awesome. So every time there's gonna be like the Hagda where the rap battle. Every time they scroll down, they're always gonna see what is this, and then I will do it from time to time. And yeah, guys, kawang kawa. I'll do my job, um, and as a person who can help spread autism awareness, because I don't know what it is, but all I know is that I can help spread sensory sumo. That I can promise. I cannot. I don't know much about autism awareness or autism, but what I can do is help spread sensory sumo. I just want to thank you guys again, and yeah. So before we go to the contest now, right? So what we're gonna do is imagine that we can hear you. Palakpakan natin. Bigyan natin ng palakpakan ng Sensory Sumo, man. Thank you so much. So now, without further ado, we have 5 entries here. So as you can see, like my camera's changing. I'm going to the channel now, right? I'm gonna do some video here. I'm gonna hit the playlist. Okay, I'm gonna hit videos here, and I am going to there. This is better right here. So we have one. So Ashong's did. So we have 5 videos. We're gonna open up with Jules. Okay. Um, talk us about Jules. What did you think about Jules's entry?
Elmer, you can go first.
You go first. Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I really liked the quality, and it was really entertaining. I really like how she mentioned specific sensory needs, like the light,
Mm-hmm.
and that was really great. And then like talking about not being able to handle it, and then saying like, "Hey, you just need to understand them." And and the tune was really catchy. I mean, I was actually singing the tune, and it was helpful too because it was in English. So I was able to really get the whole goal essence. But all of the entries, I actually like understood all of it, so it was really good. But Jules, good job with your quality. Good job. It was really entertaining, and then you even have like a lot of props to it. You even had like your like a kid in it. I'm not sure if it was your son or your brother. So that was a really great entry, and really enjoyed that. The message was amazing. and it's really easy to rap and copy. So it's very entertaining and catchy. I think one of the things for us is having that catchy tune. So good job with that. I really enjoyed that.
Awesome, awesome. I agree. The kid here. Let's see. I think I think it's her son. I like to assume, and if I'm wrong, hey, but you know the way she was treated, it's either her brother, her cousin, or her son. For it to be something deep like this, how she was feeding him, it looks like it's her son. I mean, but yeah, no, it's definitely relative. And then the way she was rapping to it too, the way she was really engaged in this, because when she turned in her entry, she was really on fire about it. I love Jules because she was on fire about it, spreading in her page, and she was like, you know, when I saw your video, Kuyama, I was just, you know, I was so excited for the Hagda, so I jumped on it right away and let everybody know I like what you guys are doing, and I told her, hey, it's Sensory Sumo who's doing this, okay? I'm not gonna take the credit. The only credit I'm gonna take is just be like a bridge. I'm like a facilitator in a way, you know. But it's really you guys, so I wanna bring it back to you guys. So thank you for coming up with this idea. But yeah, no, I told her that she's really on fire. So the way her entry. So when I was listening to it, looks like this has something to do. It's either her son or kapatid, brother. So Jews, brother. So brother. So yeah, there you go. So it is it's confirmed now. So in the comments, because in the Streamlabs here, I can see people commenting. So it is her brother. So it's official. It is her brother.
Mhm.
What do you think, Kuya Elmer, of Jules here?
I think mga Alga na speak Tagalog, so yung ating mga members, mga viewers natin. I think ang number one na nag-stick sa akin is yung balance. Everything is balanced. Like, yung from the beginning up to the end, na-enjoy ko yung hindi ako bitin, hindi rin ako nasobra ng sobrang sobra. I think it's just a perfect mix of everything. And yun yung na-feel ko nung kinakanta yun, maski nung masarap ulitin. Sarap
Nice.
ulitin sa kotse.
Perfect.
Yung pag pinapakinggan mo sa kotse, parang ang sarap pakinggan kasi balanse.
Yes.
Yung pagkakaplakado nung lahat ng mga parts
Yeah.
nung rap
Talagang
song.
inattack niya yung beat. So I love that. I mean, this is actually Jules is an admin of one of like known underground groups of Facebook community, right? So the
Mhm.
Facebook page is called Finest Femcs, right? Nagulat na lang ako, diba, minsan, oh wow, it's there, and then like she's like one of the admin there supposedly. So I was like told her, wow man, this is like Karangalan. So it's Karangalan, Lawrence. I don't know how do you say that in English, Karangalan. What is
Honor.
Karangalan?
Yeah,
Honor.
it's like a
Honor. Yes, I was like telling her, wow. So yeah, no, I'm excited for Jules. So great. All right. I let's go to the next one. So congrats, Jules. All right. Uh oh, my mouse. My mouse is disconnected. Give me 1 second. I hate it when my computer does this. Give me 1 second here. I'm still. You guys can still hear me, right? All right. Cool. All right. I'm back. So now my camera should be off, but I don't want you to worry. I'm still here. Okay.
right.
All right. My camera is still here. Actually, wait. I can press this button right here, and then turn it back on, and you should be able to see me. There you go. You see
Yeah,
me?
there
You
you
should
go.
see me again. All right. So now, yeah, congrats, Jules. Oh wow, it did it again.
Yeah, I don't think we
We
could hear
can't
you
hear
now.
you. You get the video.
Huh? Can you hear me?
There you go. Yes, we can hear you now.
Uh-huh. Yep. So I don't know why it keeps doing this, gentlemen. So I cannot turn the camera on now. Okay, so if I turn it on, it will disconnect. Okay, so we have to keep
Okay.
it like
Yeah,
this.
no worries.
All right, thank you. All right, so now we're gonna go with let's go with Nazi. Okay. Let me pause it here. What do you think of Nazi or Nazi?
Nazi. How about you first? Lawrence first.
Yeah, I'll go first. And what I understood, just the skill is amazing. Like he had really, it's just like his skill in rapping is just so amazing. It's just like on full display on this video, and he was sharing about uh, autism, and it was just really good. Like the lyrics were great. Yeah, I just really enjoyed it. It was really great, good. The talent is there, and it was a very well done rap. So thank you so much, Nazi, for that entry. Really enjoyed that one too.
Nice, nice, nice. I forgot to clap a while ago for Jules. By the way, Jules, kasi naputol yung ano, yung camera ko. Pero claps pala kay Jules. Now I'm gonna Kuya Elmer, talk
Yeah,
about Nazi.
what I love with Nasty is like I like his genre. I feel like I'm in the air when she's singing his composition. I like the attack of like being cool and yet there's a big message that that's in the song. I like the rhythm like wala nang papakinggan.
Ah,
You know, it sticks too. Like he has his own style of doing rap in a kind of like cool vibe mood.
nice,
So I like it.
nice,
Um, well, thank you so much, Nasi. I really enjoyed your song.
nice. Palapakan natin si Nazi, palapakan natin. Okay, punta tayo sa ating third one. Let's start with Kuya Elmer and then we're gonna go with Lawrence here. Talk to us about
Just hold on.
hanapan natin. Ito. Talk us about. Well, let's wait. Let's wait for Kuya Elmer. I want Kuya Elmer to go first. Let's wait. Let's see. And I'm actually using my gamer's headset. Is it clear,
Sorry about that.
Lawrence? Like my mic. I'm not using my normal mic here. I'm using this mic. Is working okay?
Yeah, I could hear you. Yeah,
Okay,
you're just
cool.
frozen, but we could hear you loud and clear.
All right. Kuya Elmer, talk to us about Harm A. What do you think?
Harm A. My gosh. Oh, wait a minute. I want to make it sure that I'm talking to the right. We have five entries. Harm A is. Oh no. Harm A. Where is this video? Aston Escobar, right? Then I
Yeah,
have
go the one before.
Sleepy Eye. Is it that's
The
not the one?
one before Sleepy Eye.
The one before Sleepy Eye. Why I can't find it? I want to make it sure I'm talking the right one.
It should be there, Kuya. Punta ka sa imbis na sa home, punta ka sa videos. So when you go to the YouTube channel of the Hagda, go instead
Mhm.
of being at home, go to videos. Because when you
All right,
click
video.
videos, it puts it all in in order
In,
that it was
in
uploaded.
order. Okay, Harm A.
Harm A.
Oh yeah, this is like the one that has in the middle. It changed the tune.
He
Is that
used
right?
two because shout outs by the way BTDT Beats for doing the beats for us here. So what
Oh
Harmay
yeah.
did was he felt like one song was not enough. It wasn't like there was so
Mhm.
what he did was he took two of the songs that BTDT did and
I like.
sort of did a merging thing, and you know the entry was still 5 minutes. But yeah, I mean that was what he
Yeah.
did. Yep.
So I think what sticks for me, what yung na stick sa akin is yung sinabi niyang I'm autistic and yet authentic.
Mm.
That, that really sticks a lot when I heard that final blow in terms of like composition or like the way he created his rap is amazing. I mean, there's a lot of words that I really like. There's a lot of like, I mean, I listen to rap music sometimes, and I think he's a creative writer. He's a
Mm-hmm.
creative writer with a deep understanding of language. I mean, there are like languages that I didn't even realize he can connect it, but he was able to deliver it in such a way that oh yeah, that's his message. And there are like punchlines that I really like throughout the songs. in the final punchline that I'm autistic yet authentic. So it's a really good composition in terms of the words and the composition. It's I think one of the nice um, composition that I heard
Nice.
um, throughout 5 entries.
Lawrence.
Yeah, just going off of what Elmer was saying, that like punchline when he said "I'm autistic yet authentic." I think that's really one of the most beautiful things because that's really the truth. And for a lot of individuals with autism, like they're really authentic; they're being themselves. For a lot of us that are more typical, like we put a lot of barriers to kind of pretend sometimes to be someone that we're not, and a lot of the times. These individuals with autism, they're just being themselves. So that was a really that was a really strong lyric that he shared in the video. So that was a really good, deep lyric in the rap that he had, and I really enjoyed that he was doing the rap on the streets in the Philippines. It's been a while since I was on the street, so in the Philippines, so it was so amazing to see that, and it had that vibe. The video, I really like the videography for that one. It reminded me of my favorite bands in the Philippines, Eraserheads. It had like that Eraserhead vibe, and the old school vibe. So I just enjoy that. The lyrics were great, his style was great, and the language and the metaphors, the everything that he used in the rap was really good.
Nice, nice. Alright, well, palapakan natin si Harmay, man. Man, syempre, diba? Palapakan natin si Harmay. Alright, that's cool. Now, let's go to the fourth person here. This is, this guy, I like this guy. Sleepy Eye. What do you guys think about Sleepy Eye?
Oh, Sleepy Eye. I remember.
Elmer, you can go first.
Well, I with Sleepy Eye, it catch my attention because he started his rap or music with an acapella. I was like, what is this guy doing? And then yet after that acapella, that's like boom. Oh, now I know what he's doing. And I like the message. I like it's a very, I would say, confrontational and at the same time powerful. To It's like you want to convince a community, you know, and that's what I heard from the message of the song. He's trying to communicate to the which one of our goal in sense with sensory sumo is for us to able to have the guts to communicate to the community that acceptance matters to them and to us, and that's a heartfelt message with his composition. I mean, among the five, I see the heart there. He really put his heart on that composition.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Mr. Lawrence, what do you think about Sleepy Eye?
I agree. It definitely wasn't a sleepy song at all. It was a very sobering, sobering entry. It just opens your eyes. I really like how it started with acapella. It's kind of like a attention grabber for the audience. Like this guy serious is sending a message, and in a way, it kind of alludes to individuals with autism. At first, like you have the silence, but then there's a lot of things going on in their mind. At first you don't really notice a lot, and then but there's so much inside of them. So I think I really like that about his rap entry is that it kind of has that kind of comparison to individuals that have autism, and it was just really good. It was a really good entry. I mean, all these entries are really good, and it's going to be really hard to decide.
Awesome. Palakpakan natin si Sleepy Eye. Sleepy!
Yeah, okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Man. Alright. So now the last one. Asyong Escobar. So this is like, for me, as like, he has the most like hardcore genre, hardcore appeal. But the fact that he was able to do something like this, that it falls in the category, because there was a lot of like restrictions in making sensory sumo. It's not like no rules, do whatever you want, right? This one, there's like rules and platform, and he was with it because otherwise I would not have uploaded it. Very nice entry. So let's start with Lawrence. What do you think about Asyong Escobar, our fifth entry?
I like it. I think he approached it like really aggressively, and it was good in a good way, and I really enjoyed it. Uh, and then the entry too, like he was just walking, and then just in this environment, and his facial expression and his emotion, you could just feel it in the song, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I mean, they're all really good. It's really good. I like the passion that he had here. So, uh, yeah, thank you so much, Ashong, for that entry. Really enjoyed that.
Nice, nice. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Queer Elmer.
Well, for Ashong, when I was like listening on his like speeches and his song, I remember about the BIP plan, the behavior intervention plan, because he mentioned about his childhood. He shared a little bit of his experience with his personal background, and like you know um that's one of the it could be like one of the reasons why for behavior intervention plans. So I was able to relate on his situation when he's telling the story of his life while doing his own rap, and I really like it. I really like the background where there's like a lot of kids in the playground. And I think the cinematography or the videography is kind of cool, like portraying what is like a kid in the Philippines. So I really enjoyed it. Good job. Good job.
Nice, nice. Clap, 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 clap. All right. So, what can I do here? Actually, what I'm gonna do. Um, let's see if I can open another window of the placard. Or actually, let me see if I have it saved up here. I'm gonna go to Century Sumo. Before we announce it, let me see the main placard that I used. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna use your Oh no, because I can't have it free up. Let me see. I am gonna go to my videos here. Okay. Then I'm gonna click Sensory Sumo. Okay. Thumbnail, or wait, let me see here. Eto na lang, ito na lang. Nah, I don't wanna know. I don't wanna. I think actually, yeah. You know what? Let's put me in there. Let's put me in there, guys. Hold on. Let's put the thumbnail because everything is here, right? All right. So let's use that thumbnail right there. Okay. 25,000 pesos.
Because every
You guys gave it to me. You guys already gave it to me. So I'm gonna dispense it to the winner in a second here. SSAAC, Sensory Sumo Autism Awareness Composition. There's Sensory Sumo, so this is all thanks to Sensory Sumo, okay? And BTDT Beats, the one who made the 7 beats, and of course the Hagda. Now, if you guys who wants to talk about it and then announce our winner.
Elmer, go ahead.
well, maybe I was gonna say like my final statement why we I chose this or why we chose this, and maybe you say your piece and you announce it since you're the boss.
Okay, so
I
I know
guess
the rankings. By the way, so Lawrence Buot is CEO. What is your title, Kuya Elmer?
I'm the parent advocate of Sensory
Parent
Sumo.
advocate. Okay, so parent advocate. Lawrence Buot is the chief executive officer. All right. Okay, so let's do it. So the parent advocate is gonna talk and like this thoughts why, and then the CEO Lawrence Buot will announce it. Okay, go, Kuya.
Well, for in the parent side, I really like the composition because it encapsulates all the things, not all, but at least most of the things that we want to convey as Sensory Sumo as an organization in the autism world. And I firmly believe that this artist will go farther in terms of um, like moving for pushing awareness and promoting the community for more openness about autism. She was able to convey a lot of she
What
or
are
he
you doing?
she or he was able to convey a lot of things. Um, um, basta maganda yung nagawa niya. Na-capture niya lahat yung mga gusto namin na i-convey. Yan.
Okay. Hey, you know what? There's no right or wrong in the Hagda. This is why I love what I love about here, right? Because I mean, like,
Yung sakit nating Pilipino yun, yung he or she kaya.
yeah, I mean, like, we are also tied all on this prejudice, or we are locked at a certain standard of what a show should be. That's one of the reasons why I have the Hagda, because I do whatever I want and feel conviction about it. I could go to sleep and wake up, look everyone in the eye, whoever I talk to, and be proud of the show here. There's no such thing as right or wrong. It's okay. Everything that's wrong is funny. That's one of my things, right? So Kuya Elmer did something there. That's why I laughed. Even Lawrence started laughing, right? That's okay. Lawrence, tell us the winner of the SSAAC, man. Let's go.
Well, Elmer gave it away. But before I do officially say it, I just want to thank all the participants for putting in your entries. I know in the future there's going to be hopefully more opportunities with Sensory Sumo. Again, we're just starting this company. It's going to be an online therapy platform that's hopefully going to reach multiple nations. It's here in the U.S. and hopefully we're going to expand more in the Philippines. So we'll be looking for ambassadors, and hopefully we could continue partnering with your community and a lot of rappers. And there's also going to be hopefully job opportunities in the future in the Philippines doing it online. So with that being said, hopefully everyone enjoyed that. That was really good. I'm really blessed and really humbled to have heard all of the entries, and it's just so amazing, all the work and the effort you've put into that. Too bad that there's only one winner, but in a way you've helped the community. At the very least, you've helped spread awareness, and you created this you opened this kind of conversation, like whether it's with your friends or with your family members, about what autism is all about. And I'm just really so grateful for that, and it's really going to go a long way. Okay, with that being said, the winner, as Elmer already alluded to, is it's Jules.
Jules! Congratulations! I am still working on one of those, those stream pads where I could press it and like make all these like crazy sounds. I don't have that. What I have is my voice, diba? Congratulations sa'yo, Jules. I have your 25,000 pesos. I'll be sending it to you shortly here. But yes, so, mga kahagda, men, salamat sa Sensory Sumo. Salamat kay Elmer Mendoza, kay Lawrence Buot, at syempre kay Cyrus. Hindi siya makasama, pero men, shoutout sa'yo, brother. But yeah, supportahan natin na Sensory Sumo. Next year, mas papalalakihin natin to. I-adjust natin yung love song challenge 1 month before. Para meron talagang 1 month na talagang makapag-prepare at talagang maitatag itong autism na to, right? I do want to say though, guys, I am happy na, I just want to let you know na want to give shout outs to the other 4 contestants, because I totally agree with everyone about Jules, right? He encompassed like yung kung ano yung autism. May sample pa talaga ng mayroong taong may autism, so that's huge, right? Yung mga samples na binigay niya. But I also want to give shout outs to sa mga ibang rapper na really didn't know what autism, and they had to research it and look with you guys. I'm gonna go with Ashong Escobar, Sleepy Eye, Nazi, and Harm A. How they could change and really spread this in a way na wow, especially with Harm A, kung paano niya ginawa kung paano yung biruin mo ganun kaastig pinagtatanggol yung autism, the way yung sinabi niya, 'di ba? Hindi ko maintindihan, but yung hindi niya maintindihan, and then he wasn't understand, so he's like the defender of people who was gonna look down on autism, right? So he's like this guardian. And then with Sleepy Eye, the way that he just like sings his songs and his lyrics. Nazi, yung vibe ng ganun, biruin mo kakanta ng ganung klaseng genre and bringing up Sensory Sumo. And of course, Ashong Escobar sa playground and everything, someone who's like scary. He's scary to me. I'm scared of him, right? But then again, he's able to get out of that scary deal and then just you know, you know, make an entry here, Sensory Sumo. I want to thank all of them too, man. Pero most of all, congratulations kay Jules. Ikaw ang pinili ang panalo ng Sensory Sumo Autism Awareness Composition, man. Congratulations sa inyo. Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you, Kuya Albert. Anything you guys want to say before we sign off?
Okay.
I'm just so grateful for the community.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much for having us on.
Maraming salamat, the Hagda, and continued, create music, create rap, because there's a lot of opportunities for you guys to shine in different aspects of the community, and I wish and I pray that one way or another, you guys will gonna be used in a better cause, a bigger purpose.
Nice. Lawrence?
Yeah, exactly what Elmer was saying. Thank you so much for the opportunity. All the contestants have really good potential. It isn't the last time, hopefully, that you're going to be working in partnership with Sensory Sumo in the future. We're going to have more opportunities as we continue to grow and expand. So thank you so much. Continue doing what you're doing. All of you are so gifted and so talented. So I really, really enjoy this community.
Thanks, Lawrence. Thanks, Kuya Elmers. Now being as like the top dogs, the heads of this awesome company organization, Sensory Sumo. Next year, are you willing to work again with the Hagda and do this all over again?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Next year, I know Elmer's just saying he's a parent advocate, but he's more than a parent advocate within the organization of Sensory Sumo. He's a mover and shaker. I know he wants to do a conference maybe in the future, moving forward, like rent out a coliseum and have like an autism awareness a forum. So hopefully we'll have it's down the road, but that's like our future goal, and we could invite some of you guys to come and join that conference. So we'll see. There's going to be more opportunities, but at the very least, hopefully be part of this.
You know what? Because right now the next contest we have, by the way, so the people who are listening to this can find out first. 60,000 pesos, R250 BF starts in June. I don't know, like whenever you guys feel like it, you know what? I miss Amalite, man. Or some. I don't see him much, but I miss him. If you guys have like maybe an hour, 30 minutes, or have like a presentation and dictate to me like how to make like a stream or how you want it to be, or have an hour. Doesn't have to be a contest. Just we're gonna stream here in the Hagda and talk about autism. We just have 1 hour and talk about autism. I welcome that. You guys are like close friends of mine, man. So I just want to let you know you guys are open to do that. If you feel like, hey, I have some content here, you know what? I think the Hagda should know about autism awareness. We want to share the story, or we want to teach them about autism more. This is a good subject to tackle. Let me know, right? So we can schedule something up, and we're gonna announce it like 3-4 days before, and then we're gonna live on. Doesn't have to be a contest thing. It's just pure educational about Sensory Sumo. How's that sound?
That sounds great. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, well, thank you. I'm gonna sign off as well. And thank you guys again. Congratulations, Jules.
Congratulations, Jules.
Okay, thank you.
Keep doing more songs.